As we broadcast here today out of Baltimore, Maryland, Scott Presley, this right-wing guy who runs this thing that his hashtag is Gays for Trump, but around Act for America, which has been this right-wing, vicious anti-Muslim group, came to Baltimore with about 300 people, I was told, not sure the exact number, but racially mixed, mostly white, to go clean up the west side of Baltimore, which is a black community where Eddie Conway and others here have Tubman House that grows food for people. And Eddie confronted them in the street about, you know, what people need here is jobs, not you cleaning up their alleys.
How you all doing?
All right, how you doing? What's happening here?
Well, how you doing? I'm Suzanne Monk. Nice to meet you. We are down here with our friend Scott Presler, who arranged this huge cleanup day. We're down here cleaning up the neighborhood. We've got about 300 volunteers. About another 50 people have volunteered from just around the neighborhood, just cleaning up. We've filled up several dumpsters, and we are down here just trying to make a difference. The president tweeted about Baltimore, and it motivated a lot of us, whether you like him or hate him, to come get something done. So we're just Americans helping Americans today, and that's what we're doing.
Well, you know, it was started by President Trump tweeting about Baltimore. But, you know, the people that are coming here today, you know, this isn't a Trump rally. This isn't anti-Representative Cummings. This is simply the community coming together. I mean, we even have Governor Hogan's office sent this gentleman, Kenneth, to be here with us today. And the coolest part for me, Eddie, it's not only having the volunteers coming from Baltimore, Maryland, and all over the country, but I've been meeting with the local community.
Ohio,
Pennsylvania.
Georgia, Ohio, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
They
North
came
Carolina.
all North Carolina.
But the coolest part has been listening to people like Louise, Miss Dupay, Grace, Lawrence. They live here. This is their community because we're going to go back home, some of us. We need the Baltimore community like Mr. Roussan to be able to work with the people that live here to make sure that this alley doesn't go back to what it was. The whole goal is we don't want to put a Band-Aid on the situation. We want to work on a long-term solution to this problem.
Okay, can I ask you this?
Yes.
Because I think, and I'm from this community myself,
Yes.
I do a farm right up there. The problem in this community, the main problem in this community is not the garbage, although that is a problem. And cleaning it up.
Not the garbage on top of that roof right there?
Yeah, no, it's not the main problem. The main problem is unemployment.
Okay.
The main problem is there's no employment for young people here. The main problem is that 50% of the youth in this community can't find jobs.
Yeah, I mean, we would see that issue if those, what you said, the folks that was not working, then they should have been out here cleaning their community.
And now we have a change where this young gentleman tweeted on a national level. I'm here on the on a grassroots level here in the community as a person who ran for state senate after the most powerful man in the land. And like you said, it's not a political thing. Activist, I'm doing this 24/7. My wife, I don't even know if I have a wife by the time I get back home because I'm always about the people. This man came across the nation. This ain't a political thing. This is a developmental thing.
First of all, I think they ought to start where they live because this around here it's all over America. It's not just here in Baltimore. They need to start in Westminster, West Virginia, and all those places before coming here and telling us how we need to live.
You think this is going to have any impact on whether or not they come out and vote for Trump?
Absolutely not. This is just a ploy for Trump to try and win the black vote. Absolutely not. And you coming around here cleaning up, that's not going to change anything. We wasn't given this world. I mean, we didn't make this world. We were given it. You act like it's our fault that these conditions are here. It's not. Okay. And it won't change.
I live in southwest Baltimore. Okay. And you know what? It's just not jobs. The problem is
people in your community need jobs too in southwest Baltimore.
It's just not jobs. That's what I'm saying. It's just not jobs. People need to get off the drugs. Once you get rid of the drugs, that part of the problem is solved because then people will be able to go get the jobs. A lot of places don't want a lot of places don't want to hire because of rap sheets. You know, a lot of people have rap sheets in these hoods. Nobody.
Yeah, because there's a disproportionate amount of people being locked up in these communities that aren't locked up in the white communities. You know that.
Oh my God! Here
No,
we
it's
go.
not.
It's not. That's not true.
We having a good day.
You're-
Everybody here together.
you're having a
Come
good
out here
day.
with all of that.
You have 75% of the people in the prison system here are black people. You might not be aware of it, but I'm aware of it.
Norfolk is the same way.
So, but that's the other half of their tactic. I think we talked a bit about that earlier, Gerald, and your thoughts on that, which I thought were really interesting.
Well, it did not surprise me that the heroic Eddie Conway confronted these fakes and frauds
Right.
in the streets. I would hope that he was accompanied by a sizable posse. But in any case, I think that this fraudulent theater was not directed at the residents of Baltimore so much as they were directed at a national audience of so-called white suburbanites who sleep better at night when they think that they are not supporting a white supremacist and neo-fascist, when they are deluding themselves into thinking that they're supporting these nice people who are going with brooms into Baltimore to help to clean up the streets. This is not only fraudulent theater, it's demagogic theater, and should be repudiated and rebuffed with all due deliberate speed.
Quick thought on that, Aaron, before we stop?
Yeah, I mean, you know, someone from ACT from America, just an absolutely vile anti-Muslim organization, cleaning up Baltimore. That's like sending a pedophile to serve milk and cookies to starving kids in a nursery school. It's really just the worst. But I do also want to end with, in September, there's going to be climate strikes. In October, there's going to be National Days of Action in the middle of the month against concentration camps. So people really need to get in the streets, right? What we see is an attempt to close political and social space. That's what these terrorist attacks are also about. We need a mass movement of millions of nonviolent people shutting things down, shutting down ICE, shutting down government. And we need to build a mass movement of non-cooperation, and that's how we beat these fascists.
Well, Aaron Gupta and Dr. Gerald Horne, thank you both so much for being here today. I deeply appreciate your thoughts. Look forward to many more conversations. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm Mark Steiner here for the Real News Network. You know we're going to stay on top of all of this for all of you and ourselves. Take care.